Hey guys, welcome back to Magical Miniature Mondays with Resin Belle. Today we are going to be doing the sugar skulls from the Miniverse Honeydukes series, and then we're going to move on to a DIY for our Weasley's Wizard Wheezes cart. So stay tuned for that. So first thing we need to do is get started with our sugaring skulls. So it comes with these cute little decals that you can decorate your skulls with however you like. Comes with this adorable box full of sugaring skulls. So we've got all of those to decorate. So cute. It comes with our little glaze, candy glaze, pure sugar, resin, of course, do not eat. Comes with this cute little jar of dusting sugar, shaky shake. I love the little shakers, so cute. It comes with this awesome little display, a little paintbrush to brush on the resin, and some cute little tweezers. Choop, choop, choop. All right, so let's take a look at the instructions in our recipe book. So for the sugaring skulls, it comes with all of those things. So we put our decals on, rub them on really well, and remove the clear plastic. Then we mix our dusting sugar in with our resin, add it on the top, then add it on the top over the decals, sorry, and then cure. And then we add our little eyes and final details, etc. So that's how we're going to get it done. So let's check this out. All right, so, honestly, I think this is another one where I'm just going to use glue to add the dusting sugar rather than the resin, because I really don't see a point in trying to resin them. Also, when you add resin, it can make details kind of disappear, make them a little uneven and chunky. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue, and then I'll save my resin for another project. So, first we gotta add our cute details. So we have our, if I can get them open here. So we have our two little, I guess you could kind of call them rub-on transfers or rub-on decals. And then we have our cute little stick-on rhinestones for the eyes to make them all sparkly. So I'm just going to set that to the side and just choose. Let's see here. There's so many choices. Got lots of noses. I do like the little blue eye, heart eyes. Those are cute. So we have the heart eyes. We have two of the circle flower eyes. We have two of these kind of eyes. And then we have these and those, I guess. So it's just what you like the best. I think I'm going to stick with these kind. I like these kind with the kind of like hand-drawn edges like that. Super cute. So I think I'm going to go with those. So first you got to peel it off. Place it on. And rub. Rubbity rub. Let's see if that worked. Yes, it worked really well. All right. And And then we'll get the other one off. Okay, and I'll place it. Nope. Okay. There's a couple of eyes. Okay. And then a nose. The nose. Okay. There's that. And then the rest, you can kind of just decorate them however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes and the noses first on all of them, and then we'll move on to the other decorations. Okay, so far I have got 3 of them done, and I think that's where I'm going to stop because I want to save the other 2 for a remix for my Borgen and Burke's cart. So stay tuned for that one in the future. So I've got those. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff out of the way so I don't get any glitter, because I'm going to put this glitter on and this stuff makes a mess. It makes a very fine and chunky messy mess. Oof. It gets everywhere. So do that and add some glitter. Not sure if I want to cover the whole thing or maybe I just want to make some spots. I don't know. There's choices, y'all. Choices. Actually, I think I'm just going to make some little, use one of them to create some little glittery glue areas, maybe? I don't know. There are choices. Okay. Maybe some dots. Perhaps some dots. Okay, I'll set that one down before I make a mess of it, which is going to happen any second now. All right, there's that. And now I am covered with glitter. I think this one, maybe I'll just do some random curly-cuey type things. I would if my glue wasn't clogged. Well, so much for that. So much for that. Set that down, let that dry. I'll let those dry. Okay, so those are pretty much dry. It doesn't take long for, you can kind of see the little details that I drew on the sides and the back on that one. And then I'm just kind of brushing away the excess mica powder, but the decals are slightly sticky after you've left them on there, and so the mica powder actually does stick. Well, that had a little spot of glue, a little bit to those, and it also sticks a little bit. I don't know if you can kind of see the sheen on the skull, so it does kind of stick just like it sticks to your finger, you know. So it still does make the whole thing kind of glittery, which I kind of like. So that's what it kind of looks like. It's got kind of caked on. And just brushing off the excess lightly and carefully, kind of rubbing it around the rest of the skull. I like it. Okay, and this one as well. There we go. And then the last thing I have to do is put these in the eyes. So I think I'm going to put the purple ones in the centers of the eyes, of the pink eyes. I wish they had added some blue ones. That would have been cool. Whoops. So those stick pretty well. Too cool. I think those, I'm going to put pink on those. Too cool. I like it. Those are fun. Those are so fun. And the other eye. Yep, yep. And there we go. All right, let's put them on the cart. All right, guys, I think these turned out super, super cute. I love them so much. They're so adorable. Oh my gosh, I love them. That is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, guys, let's move on to the DIY for this week and make something for the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes cart. Okay, guys, so we'll get on to the DIY for this week, and we're going to make some Pygmy Puffs out of the mice from the ice mice from the Honeydukes Miniverse series. So this idea was given to me by Brody. I hope I'm saying that last name right. I'll put a little picture here of our little conversation. But they reached out to me, and I just thought the idea was so stinking cute. Now they used the fluff from the cotton candy machine also, but I don't have any of those, so I'm using, so these are the ice mice, and so I'm just using a cheap pet brush from Dollar Tree and some yarn, and just you know, brushing it out and trying to make my own fluff basically. So once you get, you know, kind of a decent amount, you can see there's still like little strings. Then you take a second one and you just start going after it. This is basically wool carding, and you go at it from different angles. And you can see, start getting some nice little fluff. So this is the only color of pink yarn that I had, so it's going to be a little bit light, but I think it'll still be cute. So I'm just going to pull those off and see, and then you get lots of little fluffy fibers, and we can make our Pygmy Puffs with that. Alright, so I'm just going to grab my art glitter glue, and hopefully this will work. We'll see. It's very tiny, so let's see here. So I just took a little bit of this fluff. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down in there. Just a little here and there, just to hold it together. Okay, and then more glue over here. Fold that in. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on my ice mice. Ice or mouse, some icy mice. Cover my ice mice with the glue. And place this little dollop of fibers on top. It's a fiddly little process, y'all, but I think we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay, now I'll put a little bit on the bottom. And the sides. I'm gonna fold this over. Trying to keep it out of the front of the mouse, if it will focus. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Pygmy Puffs. Right, well, let's see here. Puff, 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 puff. Hold it on for a second. Some down in here because this is looking a little bare over here. It's kind of like add a little bit of glue, then hold, then add a little bit of glue, then hold, you know, kind of like gluing anything. Get down there. Get down there, you. Fluff. Fluffy fluff. So, well, there's one. How cute. I think this would probably work with a darker color of yarn. So I might grab some acrylic paint and water it down and see if I can't change the color a little bit. I'm thinking, because I've made like what looks like a cotton candy out of cotton balls before, using the same process, just coloring the cotton ball with watered down acrylic paint, letting it dry, and then wrapping it up. So this could work for this, I think, as well. It might be a little bit easier to deal with, but oh my gosh, a little Pygmy Puff. Oh, it's so cute. The only difference is that it's not soft and fluffy, right? When you get done, it's a little bit stiffer because it has paint in it, you know? So there's a lot of different ways you could do this, but yeah, this is such a cute idea for a remix on those little mice. So, like, thank you, Brody. That was pretty cool. That's pretty darned awesome. All right, so I'm going to find some pink paint, and I'll be back. All right, so I mixed up some pink. All I had was like a really bright pink. I can't find my other pink, but I mixed it with some water, like a lot of water. So I'm just going to take, this is a silicone mat, so I'm just going to take my fibers and look at there, just like that. So I'm going to wring some of it out because that's a little too much, just to make it a little bit darker, right? Okay, as you can see, that's quite a bit darker than the other. So just push it into the paint a little bit and just wring out the excess, I guess. And I'll let that dry a little bit. Spread it out so it can dry good. Then I might actually card it again just to make it fluffy again. That would probably work. Yeah. But maybe you're lucky enough you don't have to go through this process. I'm just, you know, thinking about what I can do to get the result that I want and moving on. Okay, so it's a little bit darker. It's not a ton darker, but it's a little darker. So we're just going to go with that. Okay. So I think on this one, I'm going to start by gluing down. I kind of formed it into a little strip, and I'm just going to wrap it this time just to see if that maybe gives a better result. See what happens here. It might not. We'll see what happens. Well, actually, I think I do like it wrapped better. It just kind of works out a little bit better. And it looks cuter. Show you the difference. It's a little more formed. This one's a little more rough. So I think I like this one better. Definitely gonna do it that way. I like that. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're tiny, but they're cute. My goodness. Pygmy Puffs. How about that? Okay, I'm just going to kind of form this into a loose snake, I guess. Almost like a snake clay, you know, like, just gonna roll it a little bit, help it stick to itself. Just a little bit. All right, give me another some mouse. I think I'm just going to make 3 of these. Then I'll have 1 mouse left over for, you know, whatever else I can think of to use it for. Alright, get this back end covered good. Glue. Start with the end on the bottom and we'll just wrappy wrap. Wrap. Add a little bit of glue just to help it stick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys, come on. Look how cute. It's a little Pygmy Puff. It's a little tiny Pygmy Puff. Alright, so now I have 3 little Pygmy Puffs. Let's see if I can get this to stick down a little bit more. A little bit less rough, maybe. So I'll have 2 dark pink and 1 light pink. And I think they're going to be cute stacked up. So I think I'm going to glue them together. Actually, I should have glued those 2 together first, probably. And glue. And squish. Oof. Come on, pygmies. Help me out here. And then this one can go on top. Right there. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're tiny but adorable. Oh my gosh. So cute. Let me try to pick these up without messing this up. You guys. I hope you can see those. They're very tiny, but you know, they're cute. I could not resist using that remix. The scale might be a little small, but I don't care. It's so cute. They're adorable. Oh my goodness. This one's trying to twist on me. Come on, guys. Work with me. Work with me. Pygmy Puffs. Okay, I'm going to set them down before they dry in the wrong position. Alright, so I'm just going to let those dry and we'll put those into our cart. Okay guys, so I'm grabbing one of these bird boxes from, I think this is Lifestyle Series 2 from Miniverse. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was Series 1. I think it was Series 1. I'm not sure exactly. It was one of the bird boxes. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to paint it purple. I'm probably going to need a few coats because it's got some pretty dark printing on it. But yeah. Always save your packaging, you guys. There's so much fun stuff you can do with it. I'm going to make a Pygmy Puff carrier. I think it'll be fun. All right, a few more coats. Okay, so I just took a piece of card that I had and I created a little Pygmy Puff signage for my box. Just drew the letters out with pencil and then painted over them with acrylic paint and then erased the pencil. So yeah, and then I went around the edge with a little bit of a silver paint pen just to kind of give it a little zhuzh. And then I think I'm going to take the silver paint pen and take it to the box and add a little bit more, you know, excitement. So I'm just going to take this and glue it down. Make sure it's centered and where it needs to be. Yes, like that. So then open the box. It says Pygmy Puffs on the side. Yeah, so I like that. That is cute. Alright, so I'm going to take my little silver pen here. This is just a metallic brush marker by ink. Just maybe I'll just make some little stars on it. Maybe something like that, just a little something something, you know. Okay, so I think I'm going to glue the Pygmy Puffs to the front. Just keep everything together. And I don't have to worry about everything moving around on me. And there we go. We got our little cute little Pygmy Puffs there. I like it. I like it a lot. How cute! Oh my gosh, you guys. I love it. Okay, so I guess we need to get this in the cart. And yay! So that is so cool. I love it. Okay, guys, so let's put our Pygmy Puffs in the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes cart. And I think they're going to look really cute right in here in this window. That's going to protect those fuzzy little things from getting dusty, and I like it. And you can see the little box in there. I think that's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's our little Pygmy Puffs in the window for sale on the cart. And okay, so let's finish this up, and so there's our little Pygmy Puffs all for sale in the window, ready to go. Somebody can buy their Pygmy Puffs and then they have their little box to take them home. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!